money, I'm just waiting on the call. Say you with me, you just wishing that I fall. Stay down, cause you know I do it all. Put the money in the safe, I might spend it all on my bitch. Put the money in the safe till I'm rich. Got a real solid shark, she don't switch. Need a solid gold roll, no tick. Walking with a drip, don't slip.
Spin a bag and Neiman Marcus told the clerk hello. Walk in with my bitch, she walk all yellow. Catch some flights, gotta stop in and let it Heathrow. Sitting by the window while I'm counting Cinos. Spin another bag and we do it all again. We tryna run it up to my bro, what's the plan? All up in my mentions when I see them, they my fans. You win then you lose, gotta take another chance. Let's go to my lady, yeah, call me when you need me. If I told them what I made, they would not believe me. Yeah, who said this shit was easy? Got some love in the bay, I feel like G-Eazy. Bitch, I'm fired up, I feel like KBZ. Your times are solid shows and they all lined up. I cannot complain cause this is what I signed up for. They give me looks when I spend racks at designer stores. She a thought for Chanel, she design no whore. Only outcome is income, got her money galore. I'm doing good, but I know there is more. More to life, so I prep for better days. Thanking God, cause I finally found a way. On a PJ from the A to LA. Asking for a hand, I'll get a fuck out my face. All day I'll drive at night. Spin a bag and Neiman Marcus told the clerk hello. Walk in with my bitch, she walk all yellow. Catch some flights, gotta stop in and let it Heathrow. Sitting by the window while I'm counting Cinos. Spin another bag and we do it all again. We tryna run it up to my bro, what's the plan? All up in my mentions when I see them, they my fans. You win then you lose, gotta take another chance. Let's go.
I might just pull her like a face ray. In the back with a bitch spot a day. I might just cop a diamond chain out of these cheapskates. Then when it cast it all out on the same day, just like a face ray. I might just pull her like a face ray. In the back with a bitch spot a day. I might just cop a diamond chain out of these cheapskates. Then when it cast it all out on the same day, just like a face ray. Had to go get my M, so I got on my bed, it's a burlap sack, yeah. Now they in my phone, but they won't get to where I'm at, yeah. Mama always told me that them boys gon' hold you back. You got way too much potential to be worrying, that's a fact. Okay, finna skirt the Biscayne. Bentley, I'ma switch lanes. You can't step to me, so don't you bother looking this way. 100,000 on me, I just got wifey by like 6 rings. Tried to say they ballin', but that isn't what they bitch say. All I want, that's on the regular. I told that money talk, it's on my cellular. Pull up in that all black SUV like Santa does. My chains be shining, I can't hide them, I can't get them. I might just pull her like a face ray. In the back with a bitch spot a day. I might just cop a diamond chain out of these cheapskates. Then when it cast it all out on the same day, just like a face ray. I might just pull her like a face ray. In the back with a bitch spot a day. I might just cop a diamond chain out of these cheapskates. Then when it cast it all out on the same day, just like a face ray. Pulling up my confidence, I ain't got no time for that. In a whip with a bitch and she confident. Yeah, she mad thing, like an ad-lib. Living lavish, like a bad bitch. Pull up in a brand new whip. Look at my diamonds hit. Ride around with a stick. Gucci all on my feet. Look at my diamonds popping. On the road, you can't stop me. While your numbers keep dropping, I'm on the top while you talking. I said, bitch, get the fuck out my face. I'ma shoot with the stick, let it spray. Do the money dance, I'ma make these 100 bands. Skirt up in a whip, shoot them down. I might just pull her like a face ray. In the back with a bitch spot a day. I might just cop a diamond chain out of these cheapskates. Then when it cast it all out on the same day, just like a face ray. I might just pull her like a face ray. In the back with a bitch spot a day. I might just cop a diamond chain out of these cheapskates. Then when it cast cast it all out on the same day, just like a face ray.
Diego.
Bro, got it.
I put a four on my spine, a little baby, she told me that I gotta do better. Stuck in my ways and I'm never gonna change, you can't hate on me, young and I know better. Speaking your language and law, I don't give a fuck, so I'm calling you Rosetta. When it rained, double R's on my umbrella. I know the pain, now I'm looking for a vendetta. Red roses on your pedestal, put my pen inside the backwood. Fuck game is exceptional, I've been thinking you been skeptical. Red roses on your pedestal, put my pen inside the backwood. Fuck game is exceptional, I've been thinking you been skeptical. Whoa, that thing rock star, shorty gon' be dancing with the stars. That big goofy whole reason why I got my scar. I was so high, move right to the face of Mars. You don't want no war. I put a four on my spine, a little baby, she told me that I gotta do better. Stuck in my ways and I'm never gonna change, you can't hate on me, young and I know better. Speaking your language and law, I don't give a fuck, so I'm calling you Rosetta. When it rained, double R's on my umbrella. I know the pain, now I'm looking for a vendetta. Red roses on your pedestal, put my pen inside the backwood. Fuck game is exceptional, I've been thinking you been skeptical. Red roses on your pedestal, put my pen inside the backwood. Fuck game is exceptional, I've been thinking you been skeptical. She in a ass on Tino, city girl, but shorty pull up. Freddie got a K inside a Ruger. She like a Leo with a little bit of dual. H-Town when he touch the Dallas, real Luca. Dancing with the stars, shorty showed me that she fucking with a star. I've been working on getting her to Mars. Castle with some white hoes, Harold and Kumar. I put a four on my spine.
Yo, yo. What's good, everybody? What's good? What's good? We're gonna go ahead and get crack-a-lack-a-lackin'. All right, let's get into it. Ooh. All right, so we got news and stuff today as well, so it's going to be an interesting day. Where are we at? There we are. So we got unemployment claims today. All right, we also got this non-farm employment change thing as well. We got PMI later today. And then tomorrow we got NFP. So, 3 pretty important news events still left for the rest of the week. But yeah, let's get into it. I think dollar's in an interesting place. Were we here yesterday? What day was it yesterday? Yesterday was Wednesday. We weren't here yesterday. So yeah, yesterday we were on Go Live though. We're discussing how we could potentially see a continuation higher, or the market could give us still breaks down to the downside. Now, certain things did play out to give us that downwards movement. We were looking at GU at the beginning of the week. That played out beautifully. It honestly hit my TP, so I'm like completely out of that. That was a solid play from down here, seeing it hit those equal highs, right? So that was clean. But what I'm really keeping my eyes on right now is this. Are we going to get this continuation for the dollar, right? Or is this going to end up running higher? So, what I really had my eyes on personally was us breaking this here, and now we've created a new low going into London. So I'm curious to see if we're going to get this move today on dollar. All right, if we're going to get that continuation for news maybe or whatnot, we'll kind of see. And based off of that, I really got my eyes on euro and whatnot to see if we get certain zones hit. It might be continuously shorting. Right, there could be that possibility as well. I just kind of feel that, if we get that move on dollar, these are kind of the two zones I'm paying attention to on euro to see if we can get potential upwards movement. Or, kind of playing that laggard scenario, thinking that, EU might continue the move as pound did. And overall, we're still kind of seeing EG sell off as well. So, we'll see. The one thing that's throwing me off with EU is kind of with how these lows are still here, and we're really not too far away from those. So that's one thing kind of, pushing me away from the euro potential bullishness thought. But yeah, we'll kind of see as time progresses. That's one thing I got my eyes on. The other thing was like AU and NU. Overall kind of wanted to see this move earlier in the week, but we didn't quite get it. And with AU, really kind of looking at this. Now, first off, I like seeing us attacking this wick. But I think overall we have a lot of objective to the upside. AU has very viciously sold off. And I'm thinking that we could at least fill some of these imbalances. And I like how with this last daily close, we have some very solid volume divergences with that new low. And, even on a 4 hour and all of that, I like that. We've been kind of rounding off here. So, I'm thinking that AU, could be doing something like this. And AU and NU did diverge as well. AU did this. Let me use the arrow. Whereas NU kind of ran it. Right, so that's one thing I also got my eye on. And then the other one was gold. So gold's the one that's making me a little sketchy. And, looking at both of these, like AU and NU end with gold. Yesterday I was kind of looking at, where was it? It was on an hourly. Originally, yesterday, I wanted to see if we were going to get this retest on this candle or fill this imbalance. We were just shy away from it. And then today we came all the way back down. We got this reaction. I'm just curious to see if gold's going to give us this closure. And for that news event, we're just going to see this, tap back into this candle and continue going higher. Or are we going to sell off more and come below and revisit like this imbalance? So that's why I'm a little bit uncertain on gold. We did kind of just sweep the high of the day here as well. So there is reasoning, in my opinion, to see that move down. We're just gonna have to kind of see. But that's kind of where my head's at. So yeah, if gold also gives us that potential break up, I think that would play out nice for AU and NU. And, with dollars confirmation as well, if we get dollars downside movement, I think we could get those moves on XXX USD. I do like how we have also, have these equal lows down here. We have an imbalance down here. So there's a lot of stuff, I feel, to the downside that we could be potentially targeting. But yeah, that's really all I'm looking at. USD Chef kind of sold off from my area. I wasn't really able to attempt it though. I'm going to keep my eyes up in here, see if we get that. But yeah, so we have news and whatnot as well. So we'll keep our eyes on that here in the next little bit and see how the market's going to react. And based off of that, I feel like we could then be looking for these potential moves. If not, it doesn't give us a confirmation, then, we don't worry about it. Right, so, let's see what's good. And literally everything is going ding, 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 ding right now. Holy moly. ideally, if this were to play out, you guys already know two of the things I like looking for. During these news events, generally, paying attention for that absorption would be solid. So we'll see if we get that moving into the next news here in 14 minutes. Kind of looking at this at a 15 and 30 minute wise. Still the volume is fairly low compared to what was already hit, but still a lot of time on this hourly candle. We'll see. Or I could be completely wrong on this and we just kind of just shoot higher. GU was a solid big winner for the week this week. I believe I spoke about this on Monday on the stream. On my Go Live stream though. I don't think I was on here. Might have mentioned this on Tuesday as well. I honestly can't remember. But this was a nice play. Really gave us a nice solid home run type of play there. We'll see if any of these play out. Gold is kind of very much selling off as well. So unless we see solid breaks up, I'm not going to be attempting that first area, and we could be coming lower. And I personally do want the lower area. We have a lot of imbalance down here. We have this last down candle. So, this zone makes more sense to me. Right? So we're just going to have to see. But yeah. We have two news events too. So it's like we have the news event in 10 minutes and then we have the one at 9. So, one of these events could bring gold down, into the lower area below these lows. And then the other one could bring it up higher. So, I would also ignore this, by the way. This is probably should be on the other broker, to be honest. That's all manipulated data. I did not take that, by the way. That was just there from before. That was from yesterday. But yeah, the 7:30 news could bring us down potentially, right? And then the 9 o'clock news is, could play down in this area. Ideally, I would love this zone all the way down here, but sometimes we don't always get the lowest zone. And then, this could play out like that, right? So 7:30 news brings this down, gives us down volatility, and then 9, could do that. So there's really a few ways that it could play out, in my opinion. I would consider this kind of the first area we could be looking at price to possibly get to. Maybe something like that. But yeah, ground rising to everybody that's on here. Hope y'all are all having an amazing week. It's been a pretty solid week so far already. Being a pretty solid week already. All right, first news event is going to hit here in 6 minutes. All right, so we have no confirmation here to see longs on this just yet. Well, from what I like to see. We are coming in with a lot of selling volume right now, but, I'm going to just kind of wait to see because, that lower area is still probable, in my opinion, coming below these lows. Take a look at the chat because I haven't looked at it at all. Danusin, what's good? Adnan, Mark, we got Justin in the house, Josh, Mason Wolf, Omar, what's good? Gold just took Asian high, shorts perhaps. Yeah, that, well, I'm just seeing that now, but yeah, that was a scenario there. Yeah, GU, I'm completely out of that. It could go higher, whatever, but I don't really care for it. It was a solid R to R to me because I took it off this 30-minute candle. That could be possible, right? But I'm in the mindset of even if it does short off, it's gonna short to long anyways. I'm kind of looking at this from like a daily perspective as well. We hit into this, this was like a 4-hour area. We got a retracement. So I'm thinking GU most likely is going to keep traveling higher until we get up into this daily area. Because in my opinion, we've broken daily now on GU. So I would kind of want to see this play out in the future. But how this is going to get up there now is the question, But I'm personally completely out of this now. Could play out for shorts, but I'm not really wanting the shorts longer term, rather the longs personally. Yeah, at the end of the day, y'all trust your analysis. In a UJ sell from 139.79, 139. 13979. Let me just draw this line. This should be annoying sometimes. Okay, true. You're in from, I'm assuming there's like a 15-minute, 5-minute candle or something in there. Okay, true. Yeah, I feel if dollar gives us our downwards movement, I think that your short could play out. Just kind of don't like UJ's price action. It's look a little wonky. Right now, off of a 4 hours volume, this does look a little bit scary. Scary for your shorts, but it looks good for the long, but we'll see. Gold missed my limit and alert by a hair. Yeah, I don't know where I would really played that unless if I just played it off like the 5-minute candle. Did make sense for the distro though. You know, to bring it down. The question is, what is going to be the overall move today? We got first news event here in 2 minutes. I might leave the indices on the back burner for now today, unless I see something during open. But yeah, yesterday I was shorting it originally. Shorting it off this 30-minute candle here. Took this move. Kind of hit me out afterwards with the rest of my position. I figured we would go lower, to be honest, but didn't get as far as deep as a retracement I wanted it to see. So it is what it is. Oh, EU came into our zone. See how this continues. If it's going to give us our continuation or if we're going to get clapped. Just got like a few seconds for news. If you're looking at the 5-minute on gold, maybe just setting a limit would have been ideal there, I guess. Okay, here we go. See what happens here. Okay, not like the most super eventful news that we generally see, but still came into our zone though on Euro. Very nice reaction so far. See how this candle is going to close. Still got 29 minutes on the hourly candle. Looking at this based off a 30-minute, compared to this area, we do have more sell volume on that last previous closure before this new candle opened here. So this is looking good, in my opinion, to continue that upwards movement. Aussie's looking good as well. You know, depending on how y'all attack this, maybe you add a limit at the candle, maybe you played the imbalance. You know, to me, you know, I'm in there on Aussie and Euro. So far, liking those reactions, and we're getting a beautiful reaction on dollar as well. Very clean. So let's see if we get the closes we want to now in the next little bit. Considering we got such wick reactions on some of these, I'm gonna most likely break even on these just because of the way we've been reacting. But overall, though, you know, in this next 25 minutes or so, right, if we can get EU to close higher, that would be ideal. And volume wise as well, you know, maybe if we get some price and volume divergence here, we still have about 24 minutes on this candle. So there's still a possibility we could still see higher volume closes here based off the hourly. The 30-minute and 15 and stuff has already kind of given us that, like we, you know, saw that right as the news happened. And then, you know, Aussie, you know, we'll see how this continues as well. But yeah, I honestly figured we were going to get a bit better of a reaction for the news. You know, so 9 o'clock for PMI, I still think is going to be fairly volatile. So we'll, you know, I don't think I'm going to be here live with y'all for that, to be honest. I don't know if I'm going to be sitting here for the next hour and 30. My throat is getting better, though, compared to Tuesday. But that's why I'm not going to be probably on the stream for a whole lot, because I don't want to talk for a whole lot. So, but yeah, we'll see here. Y'all already know what I'm looking at, though. You know, I would love if gold could come down. I didn't attempt this long. Just didn't feel comfortable with it, to be honest with y'all. But if this goes without me, I'm gonna be salty. You know, looking at this from a volume standpoint, that is massive absorption. So this could be it. Hopefully here in the next hour or something, if this is the move, it will give us maybe something like this. If we get a break up prior to 9 Central before PMI, right? Let's say in the next few 15-minute closes, this does come up. It does give us a closure, either above this high or ideally above this one. And then going into 9, we still have about an hour and 15 minutes before all of this happens, right? So an hour and 15 minutes, what is that? That's like five more 15-minute candles. I don't know if my math there is right. I think that's 5 more 15-minute candles after this one. So, in those 5 15-minute candles, if we get up above here, maybe that 9 dips back into this and then we go, right? Because as of right now, this is showing that solid absorption. So, we'll see. If it doesn't give us that, then yeah, we'll be in the bushes looking lower again. But that's where my head's at for everything. So when you wait to determine news reaction, do you confirm it by bias on your 1 hour closure before a setup or 30, 15, 5? Oh, never mind. I think you answered. Yeah, I kind of been walking through my thoughts there. But, news setups, it really depends how you're playing it. You can play it before, after, you can set it during. There's certain events that I don't mind setting limits prior to the news. And unemployment claims is one of them. I don't mind setting a limit on that and playing it, for that news event. Things like CPI or rates or NFP, which are much more sporadic movements, I kind of rather play the aftermath because they're very volatile, right? They'll do massive. I just realized I haven't been wearing my blue light glasses the whole time. They'll do very sporadic movements and very fast movements. So most of those times, you don't kind of want to set a limit on like a small candle because you might get ran out. Spread might hit you, right? There's a lot of variables there. Whereas with, these other smaller events, it's not really too crazy, right? Like yesterday, for example, on, whatchamacallit, goddamn, can't even speak right now. Jolt's job opening. That was like a tongue twister. Jolt jobs opening. I didn't mind setting a limit for that or leaving news running through it, right? I personally got in on GU prior to the news, but I kept my stop and everything open because, based off of what I've been recording in my data, this thing doesn't really move crazy volatile like that. So I was cool with seeing that, right? I was cool with holding it throughout. And that's how some of these events can be. Man, this is crazy. GU's just pumping, which makes sense. Makes sense in my opinion. Is EG still selling off? If it is, that means pound is going to be more dominant than euro. You know what? Maybe I should have held my GU longs. Now I'm thinking about it. It was the more dominant currency. So maybe this is the one this could have been a full-on home run here. I think GU is probably going to hit this daily going into tomorrow and stuff. Could be possible. Pretty wild. Pretty wild to say the least. Looks like it just filled that imbalance by a hair. And then just continued. So the weakness over here on euro might struggle this to bring it higher. But, as of right now, based off of a absorption thought, we are getting that more sell volume here on the hourly, right? Like we were kind of anticipating there. So this is still looking good in my opinion, and if dollar sells off, I'm still liking it, right? The only thing is, compared to GU, are we going to really see a massive movement on euro? That's kind of the question now, because EG is more favoring pound dominance than euro at the moment, which doesn't mean this can't go, but euro, for it to go higher, like very much like to give us a solid move here, we would need dollar to shit the bed, right? Which, in my opinion, dollar is shitting the bed, right? This is the other reason why we are short on it, right? This is what we drew here. We wanted to see absorption kick in, and to me, we're seeing that. Now we just need this closure here in the next 18 minutes, right? But so far, it's looking good, in my opinion, to continue going lower and attack this liquidity. So yeah, I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Have you gone over 30 yet? Honestly, Beverly, I don't really like the indices right now. You know, I was kind of in the mindset of just seeing shorts this entire week, to be honest with you, because of just where we're at. You know, NASDAQ is at, you know, literally our massive daily target, or weekly target, I should say, my bad, where we had this imbalance. And, you know, from Tuesday and everything, if you guys were here Tuesday, we were looking for shorts. So, you know, those shorts are still playing out, in my opinion. We had re-entries yesterday. If you guys were locked in with Zach on Go Live, he gave a beautiful short yesterday off of this area that he was looking at, you know, based off of his live analysis. So I honestly think these will continue trading lower. S&P, I'm a little salty on this one. I guess I position managed it too early, but this was being a little, you know, bitch, to be honest. All right. But, you know, I think that with S&P and whatnot, we could see continuation lower. You know, it makes sense to me. You know, based off of a daily, we swept these highs. We came into that imbalance. Same thing as NASDAQ. So I think, you know, the S&PZ can also go lower, right? I would like it to go lower. We failed. And this is why I'm a little salty, because I got in off of this 30-minute candle yesterday, but it literally came back, and, you know, now we're back lower again. So, like, I don't really like entering, you know, midway through the range, like how I just marked up there on the 5-minute. You know, I do feel that it would come back to the higher part of the range again. But, you know, if the objective today for S&P is to maintain its high of the day, which, you know, it did run Asian liquidity, I think that S&PZ could go lower, you know, if it maintains. Based off of 15-minute as well, we have broken some 15-minute down structure. The question is, are we going to see another deeper tracing before this goes? Right, that's kind of the way I'm looking at that. And then 30 is already, you know, 30 is doing 30 things. I think it's about to just continue going lower. I don't, you know, but that's just where I'm at with this. You know, like off of a daily, this could be our lower high, right? So, you know, last week we were talking about longs into this candle, if you guys were here with us, to then short it from this candle, right? We were targeting this liquidity, and then after this liquidity, we were looking for shorts. So those shorts are playing out, right? So I honestly feel that 30 should keep letting loose and going lower. It's already kind of doing that. It is the weaker index today. NASDAQ being the stronger one, in my opinion. NASDAQ's been the stronger one, really, if we talk about it. But yeah. So indices don't always need to correlate with dollar either, you know? The thing, okay, this is the way I look at it. Dollar's best correlation, in my opinion, is Euro USD, okay? And obviously the other fiat currencies as well. But the one that it really... You woke up with a great attitude today, huh, buddy? All right, love you, kiddo. Have a blessed day. All right, my bad. Just had to say grand rising to the sun real quick, but you know, they do correlate, but the ones that are gonna have the exact correlation, in my opinion, is gonna be, you know, like Euro USD and stuff, right? Like, for example, you know, dollars upwards movement too. Like, you know, we had so much dollar dominance, right? So why has indices or NASDAQ been flying then? When dollar's been dominant, shouldn't we have been selling off this whole time from April? You see what I mean? So you're not going to always have an exact correlation there. You know, don't get me wrong, dollar and indices do see some correlation, but compared to currencies, it's really nothing. You know, especially something like NASDAQ, we kind of dissected this on why we are bullish on tech stocks, right? You know, you can check out the previous recordings from like really all of May when we were looking for longs on this. But, you know, like, as you can see, dollar went up and indices went up, right? This whole last month in May. So that's that. Hopefully that made sense though, Tim. The only thing I would look for exact correlation on it would be something like EU. You know, to me, that is, you know, that something that should correlate to the T with dollar. You know, GU as well. You know, AU, NU as well. But remember, AU and NU also have gold. Whatchamacallit? Correlation as well. My bad. Gotta think a little bit harder here. But yeah, looking good on dollar. You know, EU has now engulfed our absorption bearish thought, and now we're printing into a bullish candle. So this is good too. Right? But either way, like we were explaining here on the 30-minute, this looks solid. So I'm liking that. AU's little bit lagging there, but still overall, I think the absorption is still playing out. Yep, we're seeing it. So, yeah, this looks good so far. So, I like dollar continuing that move down. I'm probably going to hop off here, though, family. I do want to drink my tea and just, you know, give my voice a break. You guys already know we're usually on here for a couple of hours and stuff, but I already gave you guys my thoughts. You know, we've already seen certain things play out. You know, manage your guys' positions and whatnot accordingly to how you guys, you know, play your trade and how you play your plan. You know, love and appreciate y'all. Thank you for tapping in on today's session. As y'all know, if you guys want to, if you are somebody that's new to this channel, I would really appreciate the like on the stream. If you guys can hit that subscribe button, would be much appreciated. If you guys can show your boys some love. But besides that, you know, if you guys really want to learn more about this stuff, you know, there is a platform that I am personally a part of and I teach on myself where we dive deep into all of these concepts that we're discussing here, right? As y'all can see here, you know, there's favorited sessions on everything that I talk about here, from absorption, right? If maybe that's something that you're not familiar with, right? I have a full hour-long, multiple lessons that break this down on distributions, right? Accumulation, right? What we look for even from a news standpoint, right? How do we understand rates? How do we understand, what a Fed pivot is, right? A lot of fundamental and technical things that you might not be too aware of and understanding, it's all here on this platform, okay? And, obviously smaller time frames, counter trends, really everything, right? I have multiple, I think I got like 30 plus sessions here. Actually, I think I have about 50 favorited sessions that are all tapped into these certain concepts. A lot of things that weren't hindsight, like right here. This was when we predicted, the top of dollar last year, right? This recording right here, September 9th. So, this isn't just hindsight that I'm teaching you here. It's live price action regularly with live analysis. So if y'all do want to get tapped in with this platform and, gain the sauce with myself and the rest of the Trade House educators here with the Academy, as y'all can see, we have a lot of sauce here on a regular week-to-week basis with all these wonderful educators. So if y'all want to tap in with that, make sure to hit my DMs below, right? You guys can see my Instagram is, I guess, over here, that way, right? My Instagram's over there, so hit me up. We can talk more and discuss and all that type of stuff. So I appreciate y'all. Take care, everybody. Have a blessed and abundant rest of your day. And I'll see y'all on the next one. We will be live tomorrow for the NFP event, right? Which is going to be happening at 7:30 a.m. Central. So take care, everyone. Have a safe week, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace out.